So the hours, as you know, are ticking until Thanksgiving, and while some people are looking forward to sitting down with family and friends, some of you, and others are dreading it.
Joining us to talk about how to get through the holiday with the minimum of family stress, less stress, relationship communication expert. What a title. Stephanie Michele. Hi there. Happy Thanksgiving Eve.
You too, you too.
What is the key to keeping it happy?
Well, first it starts with just setting the intention for a meaningful gathering. So we need to reach out to each other and say, hey, let's do a little bit better than what we did last time. Let's not head into that fight. And for sure, we need to address how we're going to handle some of the political divides in our families. So
do you set ground rules from the beginning? If you're hosting and you say, hey, anybody who's coming here, these are the ground rules.
Yeah, preventative communication is always easier than trying to do it in the moment when people are heated and really trying to get their point across. So you either set the ground rules for, we're going to do it, but we're going to do it at a certain portion of the dinner, maybe after, or we're just not going to do it. We're just not going to have these topics. I think we need to talk it out. I think that too much of it is happening online, and as communicators, we continue to deliver the message until we know it's been heard. And we're not really getting through to each other online, so we carry that frustration offline, and then it gets more intense and more intense. So either, if we're going to do it, if we're going to have the tough conversations, build in safe communication. So safe communication could be just sharing stories about the dishes that you're having, the memories, complimenting, wearing something that has a special memory so you can talk about that. Gaming gratefulness. I love the idea of us all sitting down and setting a timer and going, 1, for my health, 2, for Aunt Barb's dessert, and just going around and seeing how many you can get in 60 seconds, and then maybe doing it again at the end of the evening, and keeping your record so you can beat your record next year.
When you talk about setting these ground rules prior, is that literally before people walk in your door? I mean, so we should be picking up the phone today and say, hey, you know what? Let's not talk about politics, which we know, but we still do.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not a tweet, it's not a text, it's not an email. It's actually calling people and saying, hey, I really want this to be meaningful. I want to feel connected to Aunt Barb this year. I want to hear new stories about Grandma. How do we do this?
I have an Aunt Barb, so it's making me laugh.
But so you're saying it might be good to talk about some things that might be divisive instead of getting in your corners. All right, so on the topic of something like politics, would you say just never talk about, do you say, okay, after we get out, after the dinner table, if we're sitting around having cocktails somewhere, is it okay to start talking about those things?
Yeah, again, a little structure helps. So setting some guidelines, at the end of this, we're going to go there, but at the end of this, we're still going to respect and love each other. So you could put topics that are hot to everybody in a hat and draw them and then pull it out. Okay, this is the one we're going to talk about. Go around in circle. I love sitting in a circle because then now everybody knows when their turn's coming up and they're less likely to step on somebody else's comments. Let everybody talk. If it gets heated, there's 2 things that you can do to kind of minimize that. One is mirroring what someone says before you quickly respond with your heated, well, this is how I feel. So you simply repeat back what the other person said.
I understand what you're saying, sort of a thing.
Yeah.
So if they're acting like Trump, you act like Trump.
Not that. You just repeat back.
You're not invited.
Off the list. But you just repeat back what they said and say, did I get that all right? Is there more to that story?
Now, what's your take on alcohol at the holidays? Because that's when things really get heated.
They do, and I think that it's, you probably don't want to take it off the table. That's going to cause more conflict. So alcohol's there. We might need it to get through. Maybe just change the sequence of how it's served. Serve a signature cocktail at the beginning of the dinner that slows down. Someone has to prepare it, so it slows down how we're serving it, maybe smaller portions.
I like the way you're talking.
We're in LA, so we can have fancy waters, to kind of minimize how much alcohol intake is happening. So make a lemon water or a ginger water and have that on the table when the wine is there to just help minimize how much emphasis is on drinking.
Have some lemon water.
Yes.
I don't recommend
Bob needs
trying to
glass
replace
of lemon water, please. Yes.
Whatever happened to just board games,
Bob, I love board games. I'm a big advocate.
Which turn into fights.
Yeah.